The festive season went by in a flash. We spent Christmas with family and then flew out to the Philippines for New Year. Here we swapped one boat for another. We caught up with good friends and spent 10 days mostly under the sea, exploring the dive sites of the southern Visayas. It was then back to New Zealand and time to take double trouble exploring.
Just leaving the lovely Bayswater Marina after nearly a month and heading out to Waiheke and surrounds. Our first day out of a marina in just over a month. There's a few other boats in here enjoying themselves. It's going to be a cracking evening. Got some sounds on. Joe is busy repairing our Kiwi flag.
It's been shredded on the crossing. We probably should have taken it down.
Wind blown, I think it is, and I'm cooking dinner.
You haven't gathered by now, boats have toilets that are a constant source of amusement for everybody. That's our holding tank. That's not poo in there, it's just sort of old shit on the inside.
This is what they call a joker valve.
What are you doing, darling? Talk us through the bog.
We've got a squeak in our toilet, and I think
Show us, demonstrate.
It is intermittent. So
okay.
I think it's caused by too much back pressure, and this is basically the valve that went when we were doing our Brisbane crossing. And I need to take it apart, and
on the other side, though.
No, on the other side of the boat, on the other head. So I basically just need to take this apart, but because this is all above the pump, this is all pressured at the moment, so...
could be a poo explosion.
It could be a poo explosion. I think it will be a poo explosion.
I'm going to stand clear.
Yeah, I would.
I'll be here if you need me, though.
Thanks, Joe. It's appreciated.
Do you want a Haz suit?
No, I've got buckets and it should be right. Got my marigolds. So if anything, it's probably going to all gush out about now.
I don't like the word gush.
Yeah, neither do I. Oh yeah, beauty.
Oh, just hard stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to film in here? That's what we've been dealing with.
Well, that's a bit blocked.
Yeah, very blocked. So.
Is that poo-poo?
Oh, it's just calcium from the salt water. But it's the same both sides. So I'm going to get my screwdriver out and chip it all out.
Ooh, a day of chiseling.
Lovely. But basically this was being held open and was stopping the non-return valve. So I've also noticed, I don't know if there's some slight damage around the seal here, but that basically goes together like that. But I'm also going to put some lube tube on here as well.
Lube your valve.
Just to make sure that it stays sealed. So.
Fingernails scrubbed and bleached, we ended the day watching the sunset over the city. The next morning we set sail for Waiheke. The wind was in our favour for once and we had a great sail. So we're anchored here, and just across here there's a little holiday cottage. You can see it. And they came out on their deck to watch, to look at the sun setting. Just to see Double Trouble parked right in front of their view.
Oopsie.
So we'll take some video and then we'll send it to them and show them how nice the sunset
See what they're missing. Tomorrow we'll invite them out for a bit of sundowner.
We didn't do it intentionally, did we, darling?
No, we didn't. You know my reputation with ducks, right?
Yeah, not good. They don't seem to be enjoying them, do they? I've got sunflower seeds, duckies. These just fell out of the cupboard. Yeah.
You've got to ask the question, how fast can a duck swim? Look at this guy that's coming in the background.
Oh,
there.
look at him, man. Look
He's
at him.
got-
You
He's
got him.
got a bow wave.
He's leaving a wash. Look at him. He's big enough.
He's like the Porsche of ducks.
Look at him go. He's belting along. It's the way he's bobbing up and down as well. Come on then, there's some more for you. Come on. This is what happens when it rains. What happens, darling?
I suck it in.
No, not that. Not the stomach bit.
Oh, okay.
We use the free water to give the boat a wash. When I say we, obviously
Free water.
I'm standing in the dry, typing a very important email, while Hubster scrubs.
I do.
Still in Rocky Bay on a Sunday. Sun going down over the city. But more importantly, lovely smells coming from the kitchen. Hubster's on cookhouse.
I am.
And we're having this thug kitchen. We're not actually having tempeh, we're having tofu with it. But man, it smells good. How are we going there?
Okay.
Ooh, peanut sauce. Here it is, served up. We don't do posh.
No, we
There's
don't.
the pan, there's the sriracha,
Just bring it on.
there's the bowls.
But it's all about flavour.
Nice. We are leaving Rocky Bay and we are going to go around the corner in that direction, round to Man of War Bay, and then see if we can do the walk up to Stony Battle tomorrow.
We have an impromptu planning session because we've just looked at the weather, which says it's going to be a little bit around the dial, but
Pick an Anchorage.
as per New Zealand. But at the moment we're looking at either going east to the Coromandel.
We are down here,
We're currently here.
Man of War Bay, and we're looking at coming over into here possibly. But then there's going to be northeasterlies in a lot of this area, even though it looks like it might be. A lot of these bays aren't protected because it comes straight across and this side is out. So the other option is to scoot round the top until the northeasterlies come in, which is we think Friday. And then possibly come up to, oh, where's Cowan? It's under your cup of tea. Cowan Island. So you've not done Cowan, we can get a little bit of protection around this side. And then come across on Friday when the winds abate, because apparently it's going to be blowing about 25-35 knots across here, and maybe come across here to Great Barrier. Who knows? What's that over there? And it turns out it's a rubbish barge, and we just happen to have
Lots of rubbish.
a vast amount of rubbish to get rid of.
It's council run.
What a great idea. Obviously a popular bay. Obviously now the yachties have got to go and get rid of their rubbish somewhere. So Rob's just going to take Sub over. And it's recycling as well, so we can do all our recycling. We don't have to ditch everything in one thing. Rob's going to bob over, get rid of our rubbish, and then we're going to have a nice walk up to Stony Batter, I reckon. Layers, potatoes. Rob is tied up. DT's out there. And we ashore. And we are going to do, hopefully, the walk up to Stony Batter. We are here, and we are going to walk up to Stony Batter. About 1.5 hours, so probably about a 3-hour return. Alrighty, big boy.
Vámonos. So this is known as dangling the carrot. We're just starting out on our walk, and our reward will be wine tasting, and there'll be a food truck as well. So we are off. And here's the raw material.
This is where the magic happens.
Soon to be bottled into Riesling, apparently.
This is a sight for sore eyes.
And lots of vines.
Good.
Not yet though, we've still got more walking to do.
Onwards to Stony Batter. Poor little things.
I'm going in.
Where men are men and sheep get nervous. You haven't brought your wellies, babe.
I haven't got the right footwear, so I couldn't possibly.
I'm not sure if the camp life in the sign. I think they're referring to tents, darling.
Oh, tent.
There you go.
Sorry.
We are in the gun pit, and they even made, look, bless their hearts, they made some concrete shells to make it look super authentic. One's broken, unless of course they fired concrete shells.
Who knows?
Oh, there's all webby stuff.
I'm glad you're going first.
Ooh, I'm in! It was Waitangi Day and the vineyard was packed, so our plans for a liquid lunch went out of the window. It was also $75 for a bottle of wine, just a little bit out of our budget, so we decided to head back to DT, grab some lunch and sail around the coast towards Onaroa. Sailing, we went to put the mainsail up and there was an almighty bang, and basically the handle from the topping lift, we're not quite sure how, but it is sheared off.
This brake here.
So, yeah, that brake sheared off, so we now can't raise the main. So I'm up super early this morning because I've got to get the ferry into the city. We are in Onaroa, in the Anchorage here. It's a jolly nice day. It's going to get super windy later on, hence the reason Rob is staying at the boat. And the other reason that Rob is staying at the boat is because, all right, God, getting heckled, because it's $38 return on the ferry, would you believe? Gosh, that's expensive. So I'm going to go in, I've got to go in because we broke a jammer yesterday for our topping lift, and at the moment we can't raise the mainsail, which is not awfully good. So I'm going to get a couple of those. I'm going to sort out some Vodafone stuff, some internet-y stuff, and do some other bits and bobs. Rob's shopping list for me is getting longer and longer and longer. Yeah, so I shall be popping over in the dinghy later, getting the bus down to the ferry and the ferry to the city. See you later. Thanks for the ride.
Love you.
Right. Find my way up the beach and find the bus stop, I guess. There's DT out there. Whew. Nearly there. Yeah, Main Street. Gosh. And my bus stop. return ticket. And I'm gate 1 for the ferry, which has just come in. Take me straight into the city. These run every half an hour or so. Pretty good service. Vodafone didn't have the modem that we wanted after standing in a big long queue, so I'm going to try and get the bus over to Ponsonby. Apparently they have a modem. However, I came to Sombreros for lunch, and they are a fabulous Mexican chain, and they veganise all of their menu items. So I just had a really nice, the remains of my lunch, a really nice IQ pavo, lots of brown rice and guacamole and salsa and spicy chili. So spirits are restored, and I'm going to go and try and find a bus and get my wee self to Ponsonby. The modem now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the bus, and I am going to go back down and get all the stuff that we need at the marine store. So, just been into this shop here, spoken to the lovely Bridget. So we are now all sorted with the jammers. We've got the new jammers. I've got a few bits still missing from the list, which I'm going to try and get now, and then hopefully walk back and get the ferry, because it's been a long day. The wind had been building steadily the whole time I was in the city, and the ferry ride going back was a tad choppier than it had been on the way over. I was very keen to get back to DT, who was now the only boat left in the bay. Poor old Rob had been riding out a horribly rough sea all day, and we were very keen to move. Just getting back on board was a major challenge, but we managed it without any mishaps and pulled up the anchor straight away. We motored out into some fairly lumpy seas, but fortunately it was only a short journey around the corner into the shelter of Waiheke Bay. Look at that. Much calmer. How's this for you, darling, after your day?
Much better.
How's your day been? Tell us how your day's been.
I got seasick in an Anchorage.
I've never seen DT hoss around like that on the anchor before. I seriously haven't. How you got us the dinghy back on the boat?
It was dodgy. We had the engines out of the water in the swell.
It was pretty big.
It was a mad scramble to get back on the boat.
But now we're here and it's lovely.
It's much better. Big waves out there.
A little bit pissed off with the weather forecast in New Zealand.
It's a bit shit.
So it's been a bit of a day today, hasn't it, my love? However, my husband has cooked us a delicious meal.
I have.
We're having one of our favourite kofta ball curries. A small glass of vino on the side.
Celebratory.
Celebratory for the fact that we're in a lovely calm Anchorage and we're stopping here for the whole weekend.
Yay.
While the shitty weather blows through.
Yes, indeed. It's time for a bit of a holiday. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, my darling, and thank you for all your hard work today. Not only did my husband make dinner while I was out today, he changed the sheets and made the bed.
Oh, it's a domestic goddess.
Look at that. Does that not look super cozy and ready to get into? And, bless his little heart, he cleaned the bathroom.
The dunny.
The head is just sparkling. Look at it.
It is in this light anyway.
Look at that. It's fabulous. Woo.
A minute.
Friday dawned cool and cloudy. A perfect day for a walk. We decided to take Sub over to the beach and make the short and very pretty stroll back over the hill to Onaroa village. We wanted to pick up a few veggies and maybe even treat ourselves to lunch. We know how to live. What a cutie pie. It's raining. I thought this was the weather for ducks.
Look at that little tail waggle.
Aren't you supposed to be afraid of these things? Don't they normally attack you?
They're about to attack me, yeah. You know it.
Why is our engine running?
We're running the engine because it's raining and cloudy and horrible, and we thought we would top up the batteries with our Jenny.
Said generator.
And it won't start. So it's one of two things: either the spark plug is broken, which we're not getting a spark on, so that's a concern, or the carburetor is clogged because the fuel I used is more than a month old, which seems strange to me. But we found a place in Waiheke that I was just going to give them a call and see if they have a spark plug, and we're probably going to drop it off with them and let them service it.
So that's going to entail us doing what?
It involves a dinghy ride in the rain, so we're going to go and do that, and then we can leave it with them for.
We're going to have to get a taxi from the boat ramp up to the place, though, aren't we? Because we can't. It's jolly heavy. It's about what? It's about 25 kg, something like that.
Yeah.
Bloody thing. So we can't carry it, and it's pedaling now.
And it's doing the same tomorrow anyway. And for us to get it serviced tomorrow, we have to drop it off with them at 8 in the morning. So we were going to drop it off this afternoon, and then they've got it and they can look at it.
The joys of boating life. Can't just put it in the car.
Whatever happens, we're gonna today or tomorrow. We're just gonna get wet. So.
The generator.
Latest on the Jenny is that the lady from the shop has taken pity on us and will meet us at the wharf tomorrow morning just after 8. And we will get a lift with her to the shop, which is going to be awesome.
So we don't have to haul the Jenny.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll just be a spark plug and we'll be good from there. And the rest of the afternoon, I've been trying to tidy some of my tools up, but I've also taken the chance to fix our topping lift jammer, which I've replaced, and then I've got the old one here that I'll probably get some spare parts for, and then we'll have a spare jammer.
The handle fell off quite spectacularly the other day when we went to raise the mainsail. There was a big bang and the boom crashed down, and it was all just a little bit exciting.
It was.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yay.
What are we doing, darling?
We're servicing our Jenny.
Broken Honda.
Yes.
I've just come into the boat ramp here, bottom of Wharf Road, and hopefully the nice man from the servicing shop is coming down his truck to pick us up.
Yes.
So we don't have to carry that big bugger a long way, and hopefully it's just the spark plugs.
Hopefully. We'll see.
What's happening?
Well, we've checked for spark. There isn't any, which we had already checked for. And we've now left a message with somebody in South Auckland who deals in generators. So we're waiting for a call back. And in the meantime, we're going to go and check with some couriers to see if they can get it off the island for us.
Yeah, get it sent there without us having to. But the lovely Kim at IMEC has been fantastic. She's made a load of phone calls for us this morning. She picked us up from the boat ramp. She's been awesome, eh?
Very good.
Shame they can't fix it. I'm actually going to get a job here because of this.
Sorry, Joe's got to
Check that out.
take a bit of memento with it.
Look at that spirit. I'm looking at the spirit level. I think you'll find. This is the lovely Kim who's been helping us.
So we went and had a chat with the guys at the courier place. They said that we
Come and chat to her.
Yeah, they are.
Leaving the boat ramp, and the lovely Kim dropped us back, took us round to the courier, dropped off the generator.
It's been awesome actually. Really good day.
Excellent service. So hopefully the Jenny is now on the courier, but it's not raining. Jenny's on the courier to Otahuhu, and hopefully, what's the man going to do?
Oh, he's going to have a look at it and hope to get it back to us by the end of the week. We'll see.
Yay! Fingers crossed. Anyway, And the sun's out, so we can make solar today.
Yay!
That's a lovely day. So you start off doing one little job, and then you end up with this carnage. All I went to do was change the sheets, and as I lifted up the mattress to change the sheets, there was some dust under the bed, so I got the vacuum cleaner and Rob came to help me, and then we discovered mould on the underside of the mattress. So I'm not quite, just obviously we need to put something under the mattress to counteract. Sorry, the water maker's running, so it's very loud. So I've scrubbed it in some bleach, which we haven't done a great deal of good. We've turned it upside down, we're trying to dry it out now. The joys of boat life. It's been a good week actually. It's been a busy week. We've decided to check into Gulf Harbour Marina, which was no mean feat because they don't take bookings.
Because
Cyclone Gita, ex-Cyclone Gita is on its way, and we think it might be getting a little bit windy.
that's why we're
A little bit rainy
we're enjoying this glorious weather for the next 2 days.
before it all turns to custard.
It will close in. So
But yeah, so we're going to be in there, we think, 3 or 4 days till it blows through, and then we're leaving here tomorrow though. We're going to go to Matangi tomorrow,
we are.
hopefully, in this beautiful weather. Stay there until Monday, then run for cover, and then off hopefully to explore Great Barrier.
All good.
You've worked hard today.
We've had a busy couple of days.
Super busy day.
It's been good.
We still have no generator,
No,
but what did you do today?
we've got
You
made
worked out a
way to use
which is
the
quite good.
boat system so that we've made over 200 litres of water.
Without the generator.
Yes, it's very clever.
Go Rain Man.
And everything is still working as it should. Nothing broke. So it's a win.
It's a
as far
result
as
for
I'm
us. Huh?
concerned. Yeah,
I'll drink to that.
unusual.
I'll drink to anyway.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give a thumbs up below. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon below to make sure you receive updates of our new episodes. Thanks for watching.